Hello, this is Simon from boatandguitar.co.uk, and this is part 2 of my tutorial on how to play Capricho Arabe by Tarrega. And we're starting at bar 14, and we're playing the note of A on the first string 5th fret along with the open D or 6th string, following that with a 2-note chord. So your second finger drops onto the 2nd string 6th fret F, and the 3rd finger onto the 4th string 7th fret A. So that's giving us the chord of, so that's now would be. And we continue that now by placing the little finger on to the 5th string 8th fret F. And we play that as, and then follow that with the chord again that we played previously. So that gives us. You can also play that as a bar chord. So you could actually bar across, as long as you don't catch that open 6th string, so you could play it as. Some players do that. I don't, I prefer just playing the individual fingers. Also, on that first beat, that first A, you can actually do an ornament which is matching the music, which is a slide from the 1st fret F up to the 5th fret. So you can play. That's up to the play. On beat 3 of bar 14, we need to get our 3rd finger across onto the 5th string 7th fret E for the bass note, still holding that 1st finger on the A on your 1st string. And that's then followed by the little finger playing G on the 2nd string 8th fret, and then the A again on the 1st string. So that would now give us. Beat 4 gives us a sequence of semiquavers or 16th notes, which is B flat at the 6th fret along with the open 5th string bass note, A at the 5th fret, B flat again at the 6th fret, up to the C at the 8th fret. So that's. But on that first B flat, we're actually putting an ornament on, and what we're doing, we're playing the B flat and the A together. Hammer the finger onto the C at the 8th fret and pull that finger off. So we're then playing it as. Now we put that with the other 3 notes and it gives us. Be careful of the timing on that as well. Many players will play something like, and to put a pause, it's not actually there, it's got to be. So that bar 14 now is. Play that again. And then in bar 15 we have a repeat. So that's just a complete repeat of bar 14. Bar 16, we start the first 2 beats as in the previous bars, but we can again put an ornament on that first A. Now this time what we're going to do is do a pull off from the C at the 8th fret to the A at the 5th fret, and we play that with the bass note, and then we follow that through with the chords like we played before, then, and now it changes, so we change fret positions. We're actually moving into the 7th position on beat 3 of bar 16. So far we've got across, ornament, that repeats, and now we need to move our fingers, so we need to get the 1st finger onto the 5th string 7th fret E, and then that's followed by G sharp on the 2nd string 9th fret and the A on the 10th fret. We then come across with the 1st finger still at that 7th position to play our B natural on the 1st string 7th fret, and we play that with the open 5th string. Follow that by playing C sharp at the 9th fret 1st string, D at the 10th fret 1st string. Notice I've kept the 3rd finger on, and then that 3rd finger now slides up to your 12th fret, giving us E on the 1st string. So that phrase now is I like playing it like this way. I picked this up in a masterclass a long time ago from a famous guitar player, and he suggested barring across at that 9th fret, at the 7th fret to give us the E, and then pivoting the finger up, which is what I play. That saves us that ungainly trying to get that 1st finger across. If you can just go do that. Quite a nice technique, that. So now we're to bar 17. We need to play F at the 13th fret 1st string along with the open 6th string, and we have a partial bar at the 10th fret with the 1st finger, which will give us F on the 3rd string 10th fret and A on the 2nd string 10th fret. We can play that along with our F on the 1st string. So that's, and then that's followed by the single note of E at the 12th fret. So that's, and then we've got D, which we're covering with the bar at the 10th fret 1st string, and we can play that with the open 5th string. That's it. And then we play the 2nd and 3rd string again, giving us our A and F. Beat 3 of bar 17, we're moving again down into the 7th fret with the 1st finger on our E. And the next 3 notes, we've got a bit of a stretch involved on this. You need to get the C sharp at the 9th fret 1st string with the little finger, that's up at the 12th fret to give us E, and then we go back to the C sharp. So it's, now in many editions you'll see that there's been a slur marked over that. I don't bother with that, I just play the individual notes. And our next little phrase of semiquavers is played in the 8th position, and what we need is the little finger to land on the 11th fret 2nd string, giving us B flat, and we play that with the open A string. That's followed by G with the 1st finger on the 2nd string 8th fret, E on the 3rd string 9th fret, and then the final note of that bar is C sharp on the 4th string 11th fret. So that is, so bar 17 is bar 18. We have the little finger on the 2nd string 10th fret. You can also play this note with your 3rd finger if you find you have difficulty getting from the C sharp from the previous bar across to the A. I've always just done that with the little finger. So that's little finger 10th fret 2nd string giving us A along with the bass note, and we're doing a bar at the 7th fret, and we're playing the notes of A on the 4th string and D on the 3rd string. So that is now, and then the 2nd finger can drop down onto the 5th string 8th fret giving us F, and we play that with the 2nd string A, and then we follow that with the chord that we played on the first beat. So that is, Our second finger now drops back a fret to the E. Don't take it off, just let it drop back. And that gives us E on the 5th string, 7th fret. And the way I finger this next passage, I play the G on the 2nd string, 8th fret with the little finger. And then I do a slur from the G to the F on the 2nd string, 6th fret. So I play. Drop that first finger back to the 5th position, the 5th fret on the 2nd string to give us E, and we play that with the open 5th string. Slow the finger down onto the F at the 6th fret. Play the G at the 8th fret with the little finger on the 2nd string, and we slow that note off back to the E at the 5th fret. So that phrase is now. So I'll play bar 18, which is that. I'll play it again. Bar 19, we need to play E sharp on the 2nd string at the 6th fret. E sharp also being F. We play that with the 6th string bass note, and we follow that by playing our little 2-note chord, which is A on the 4th string, 7th fret, and the D next to it with the little finger on the 2nd string, 7th fret. So that's. Now it's important to watch what the fingers are doing on this next portion of this bar, because hold the 3rd finger down, this is important, and bring that little finger across onto your 2nd string, 7th fret, F sharp. So that's. Now notice that your 3rd finger's still on A. What I do, I now keep the little finger where it is, I keep the 3rd finger where it is, and bar across. So that now gives me the chord of A and C. And it's also now set me up for this arpeggio on beat 3, which is a dominant chord of D7. So bar 19 is. So all your fingers are pre-placed, ready for the chord. That's then followed by C at the 8th fret on the 1st string. Slide that up to E flat at the 11th fret. And we do have a pause on that note before we actually play our next note of D at the 10th fret. So that's now giving us. Now bar 20, we start with our first finger on the 1st string, 8th fret on C, and we play that with the open 3rd string. Now on that first beat we do have an ornament, so we hammer the 3rd finger down onto the D at the 10th fret and then pull the finger off. So that gives us. Our first finger drops back 2 frets to the 6th fret to B flat. Place the 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 8th fret on G. Play those 2 notes together. So that now is. We need to prepare a bar chord at the 3rd fret and place the little finger on A on the 1st string, 5th fret. So we're playing B flat and A together, which produces somewhat of a discord. But that resolves now onto the next chord. So what we need to do is place the 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 5th fret on the E, and then we're playing the first 2 strings together. So that second beat is. So we've got. On beat 3 of bar 20, we now have a semi-quaver run of notes up on the 1st string. Starting at the 5th position, we play you place the first finger on the A on the 5th fret on the 1st string, and the second finger on B flat on the 6th fret of the 1st string. And then what we do is we do a pull off from that B flat to the A, putting the bass note of A in with it as well. Move up to the 9th position, and we're playing our D at the 10th fret and pulling off to the C sharp at the 9th fret on the 1st string. So that is now. Staying in that 9th position, drop the little finger and second finger onto that 1st string at the 12th fret and 10th fret. And then we do the slur from that E at the 12th fret to the D at the 10th fret. So that is now. Over to the 12th position, move the first finger and the second finger up, and we're doing a slur now from the F at the 13th fret to the E at the 12th fret. So that sequence now is, I'll play that again. Our next 3 beats are actually a repeat of the semiquaver we do right at the beginning of the composition on bar 2. So we're doing our slur from the G to the E, just as we did before. Drop G 9th position, it's D to C sharp on the 1st string, E to D, drop to the 5th position, B flat, slur to A, C at the 8th fret to the B flat at the 6th fret, little finger on the 2nd string, 8th fret, and then the open E string. So that is the same as that opening phrase. So putting that together, it's now. On the 4th beat of bar 21, we need to get the fingers down to D on the 2nd string 3rd fret and B flat on the 3rd string 3rd fret with the 1st finger, and that gives us D. And then what we do, we drop that back a fret to the 2nd fret, and we're playing the C sharp 2nd string with the A bass note, and then the A on the 3rd string. So that is. Now, what I do on that last phrase, I do actually copy how I saw the great guitarist Andres Segovia play this piece. And what he did, which I think is really nice, is to play the B flat and the A as we did before. But what we do is we slide the first finger up to the C sharp on the 3rd string 6th fret, so we play, and then you play the A on the 4th string 7th fret. So that's, now that's how I saw Segovia play it. So that would now be. Bar 22, we have this sequence of chords. So we're playing the 6th string open. We want F and D. That's F with your 3rd finger on the 4th string 3rd fret. D with the little finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret. Play those two together. So that's keeping those 2 fingers down. Don't move them. You play now B flat 1st fret 5th string. You play the 2-note chord again. So that's. Bring that 1st finger over onto your 6th string 1st fret to give us our note of E flat. Remember that 6th string's down tuned. That little finger that were previously on D slides up a fret to the E flat, and we're playing the 3rd string and 2nd string together. and then a bar chord at the 2nd fret of E, A and C sharp. That's the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings. So that bar now is you could play that A chord as well with the 3 fingers. Doesn't really matter, play it out whatever way you find is easiest. And that bar 22 is repeated, so bar 23 is just a complete repeat of bar 22. And then from bar 24, it's a total repeat of the opening bars 14 through to 21. So we're just doing a complete repeat. And at bar 33, after we've done our repeat, we have a modulation. It starts to change key to the next section. So at bar 33, we're then playing 6th string open as before, F and D as before, B flat and chord just as we have been playing before. But then on bar 3, we're now changing chords. We're modulating into the key of F. So we need to do a bar at your 3rd fret, and we place the 3rd finger on the 6th string, 5th fret. We play that 6th string. We play the 2nd and 3rd string together, which is covered with your bar. We then play the 5th string, which is covered with your bar at your 3rd fret, C. And now the final chord of bar 33 is G at the 5th fret, 4th string, B flat, which is your 3rd string, which we're already covering, and we have our little finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string on E. So that now gives us, which is a C dominant 7th chord. It's modulating into the key of F on the next section. So bar 33 is. And that takes us into our next bit. So I'll just play that again, bar 33. And that ends part 2 of this tutorial. I hope this tutorial helps you in playing this fantastic piece. You can get the music for free from my webpage www.boltonguitar.co.uk. It's music and tabs for those who can't read the music. And I hope to see you on the next tutorial, and I'll see you shortly. Bye for now.